Selam dostlar, hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizlerle beraber The Wolf Among Us'a kaldığımız yerden tüm hızıyla devam ediyoruz. Hepinize iyi seyirler dilerim. En son bizim kurtla birlikte bu çarpık adamı mekanında artık yakalamıştık ve onu merkeze götürdük diyeyim kısacası. Şimdi hemen vakit kaybetmeden bölüme başlayalım. Muhtemelen son bölüm olur. Tahminen bir yarım saat 40 dakika civarı bir şey kaldı galiba. Bugün bitiriyoruz artık yani bu seriyi. Hemen vakit kaybetmeden başlıyorum. Hızlı bir şekilde. Ve geldik.
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to. He's back.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
Ben mi?
It's been hours. We were worried you'd been into some trouble. At the crooked man's place.
What? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised.
Yes.
Not that you did well, but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
How could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This? You should be
Shit.
ashamed.
Everyone? Can I have
Şu
your
adamdan
attention?
kurtulacağız artık.
Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The crooked man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
You'd better shut your fucking mouth if you want to keep it.
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That doesn't
need for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now you're the one I'm concerned with.
Aynen öyle.
Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
2 kere.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And for being a condescending prick.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Yes.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's
Az bir
only
konuşsun
one
dur.
he's done.
Biraz konuşsun.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The crooked man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens.
Evet.
These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Yani. Konuşsun bakayım bir ne konuşmak istiyorsa.
This is ridiculous.
İşin arkasını öğrenelim.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber.
Ne?
I had him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Yo.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me
Aynen.
explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you
Aynen.
really think she wanted that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you
Aynı bunlar gibi mesela.
kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn.
Ablacım bak senin ağacı yakmadım.
And what
Unutma
did I
bunu.
do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamour. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself.
Biz de yakmadık bak.
Do.
She wanted my tree destroyed, but
Aynen.
Bigby refused.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing
Harbi,
to do
Crane
with the
nerede?
Crooked Man.
Crane'e ne oldu? Öldürdüler galiba onu
Some
da.
mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Aynen öyle.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been
Aynen öyle.
exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
Aynen öyle.
They're right.
You're all
Haklı.
still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is
onlar da bizim tarafımıza
Those girls
geçti.
will have their justice.
Çarpık adam. Ne oldu? Herkes bizden taraf.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just need...
Of course it's right.
Yok artık.
Tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Aynen.
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
He was a suspect, and I needed answers.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right.
Bu var ya, ben demiştim bunu getirirken.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply
Allah Allah.
happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Ben olmazsam kim şey yapacak? Bak,
When it leaks to our dear citizens.
aynı şeyi oynuyor.
Who will protect you from the big bad?
Allah Allah, koca kurttan koruyacakmış.
Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Aa! Lan sen öldüydün.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd
Vay.
like to... I need to say something.
Söyle bakalım.
Kind of in the middle of something.
Devam et.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You
Sus lan artık.
enslaved us for years.
Pislik
Let us hear
herif.
stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk. I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think...
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my
Bu neresi? Aa, öbürü başka biriydi. Orada ölen. Tamam. Kafam karıştı benim.
Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it.
Huh?
Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
Bence de.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Aynen.
Well done then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty.
Sus.
I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody.
Valla
We can imprison him.
atarım ben onu
Lock him up
kuyuya.
forever, somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't get
bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of
It's too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of
We
here.
can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen
Lan
up.
hepiniz aynı ağızdan konuşmayın, bir susun be.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This
we...
is going...
Ben verebilir miyim cezasını?
Someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
Oy kullanalım o zaman.
Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really.
Huh?
He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Ben mi veriyorum?
Are you sure?
Çok güzel.
This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Doğru olanı. En doğrusunu yapacağım. Bu adamı kuyunun dibine atacağım.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to die.
We can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Ne? Ulan seni aşağılık.
There you are. I hope you all remember this.
Hangi anı?
Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please.
At şunu kuyudan aşağıya.
Miss me.
No, I won't.
Temiz.
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the book.
Silinsin ya, o adam ne yapacağınız kitaplarda olmasına gerek yok onun ya. Ve dava kapandı. Aa, var ya, kamerayı aşağıda unutmuşum ha. Bölümün heyecanıyla. İnşallah çok arkada kalmamıştır altyazılar.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Jake?
Oh, Mr. Wolf?
Efendim?
Catcher left his keys.
Is everything okay?
Aynen, endişeli görünüyorsun. Ne oldu?
We'll talk later, okay?
Ne oldu ki?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Lan Colin. Oğlum sen hala bir tılsım almadın mı kendine? Hala kendine bir tılsım almamış ya.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait.
Yapacak bir şeyim yok. Efendim.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Ne oldu?
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her. She was nice.
Tabii ki.
Sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, cause when they're little they have these pouches that...
Neyse buna bayılacak diyelim bari.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres...
Kurbanın hediyesi de böcek olur zaten.
...in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves. So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Ulan bir almadın, bir tılsım almadın. Gitmek zorunda kaldın.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? I don't know. He must have run off. Bullshit.
Kaçmış olmalı.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know
takması gerekiyor zaten.
be able to. It's just
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own. Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
Ne söyleyeceksin?
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. Find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
Nerissa, just tell me what happened.
I freaked
Ulan var
out.
ya Nerissa.
I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
Anlatmış, onları satmış.
To die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then, oh God.
Olan olmuş artık. Niye
I don't
yapalım?
know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back.
Onun vicdan azabını yaşıyor.
He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality.
Gerçi doğru söylüyor.
Especially after that night after Faith.
O ölüm emrini orada çarpık adam vermemiş.
With her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing.
Ama gene pisliğin tekiydi ya. Pişman değilim.
I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
İşin peşine düşelim diye.
And I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them.
You were trying to get my attention.
Aynen.
So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
No. It doesn't matter what I do. In the end, it's all the same shit it always was.
You're wrong. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Yaptıklarımızı anlayan, takdir eden bir kişi oldu şu ana kadar.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Bence de kötü biri değil.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Oha! Hadi canım. Aslında asıl kötü adam da çarpık adam değil miymiş o zaman? Bir şeyleri fark etti çünkü. Vay be. Mavi sakallı benzer sorgulama tekniklerini kullanmışım. Önce deviyorum, sonra seviyorum. Kasabı önce dövmüşüz soruştururken. Ondan sonra ona koruma teklif etmişiz. Dibine attım. Onu öldürdüm. Ve getirdik. Canlı da getireceğimize dair söz verdik ve getirdik. Onu geride bıraktın ya. Gereksiz. Ya Vivian'ın ben orada fark etmedim. Kurdeleleri çıkarttıkları zaman öldüklerini. Neyse. Bir seriyi daha noktaladık. Yani yer yer oyun çizgi roman şeklinde. İyiymiş. Yani şöyle söyleyeyim. Yer yer bazı yerleri gerçekten çok sıkıcı olsa da oyunun genel itibariyle güzel bir oyundu. Beğendim. Ve bu seriyi de sonuna getirdik artık. O zaman sonraki serilerde görüşmek üzere. Videoyu beğendiyseniz ve videoları beğeniyorsanız kanala abone olmayı ve bildirimleri açmayı unutmazsanız bana destek olabilirsiniz. Ayrıca videoyu beğenirseniz sevinirim. Hepinize iyi günler. Görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.